They feel truth federal government. Attorney Officer Rico Dukes reporting live. Episode today gonna be in regards to Bernice King, who is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s daughter. I'm gonna talk briefly about the symbol you see that she's holding up, which is the diamond symbol. That is the secret society hand symbol that all members of their society must show when they're in front of the camera or in public. They must show the public and they must show other members their membership. A lot of people may not like this. A lot of people may not like. I see your A4. A lot of people may not like the episode about today, but the truth is true. Now, Dr. Martin Luther King stood for justice and freedom for the oppressed people. All right. He stood against all that evil corruption of the system. Here it is, his daughter. Now, it's not always the case that the child that take the footsteps of the parent or whatever the case may be. It's not always that way. As you can see clearly that she holds her diamond symbol. The diamond symbol represents affiliation and membership of the secret society. This is not a conspiracy theory. These are facts. Many people may be afraid to talk about things of this topic here because when you say something, you gotta remember who I'm speaking about. I'm speaking about Bernice King, who is Dr. Martin Luther King's daughter. So people feel like that you don't supposed to say anything about those type of people or this and that because of their parents and this. No, they are accountable for their own actions. Their father, their mother is not accountable for their actions. They are accountable for their own actions. And her actions is clearly showing the world that she is a member of the secret society. Now, if you see the background drop in the background, this was a meeting that me and Miss King was supposed to have. Now she put the meeting off to like 6-7 months because she seen her assistant seen that we wasn't rocking us at the 21st century. They feel true. We wasn't rocking with the secret society, so they pushed the meeting back to like 6 months. And I thought about it for a long time before I said I was gonna do this interview in this video right here. I thought about it for a long time, y'all, what I was gonna do. And I say the world need to know this and see this right here, So uh, that's what I'm doing. I'm just touching on it briefly, to let y'all know that everybody that you may look at on a TV screen, or you may hear to say that they leading you, or this, or are their actions really saying that they leading you, or their actions really showing you that they are for the people and they are fighting for the oppressed people, or do they actions just show you that they are only merely fulfilling the camera lenses? And if you don't know what fulfilling the camera lens means, meaning that you just basically putting on a show for the camera, but you're not really um any form of contribution or give back to the people. So I mean, the secret society, for those of y'all that may not know what the secret society are those that run you secretly in the shadows. They control um your right to speak, your right to vote. They control these are but they are not your representatives, they're not your governors or your mayors. These are the ones that's in the shadow that you don't see, you don't never hear about them or nothing, but they control it all. You see what I'm saying? So with Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and my pop and other great leaders, which my pop everybody know here, P. Newt, when all those great leaders stand against that type of oppression, you see what happens. You see how they come. You see how they come towards those people that really truly stand against that death. You see what I'm saying? It was just like back in the slave days. The slaves, the biggest and baddest slaves, stood up to oppression and to all that there. So they took the biggest and bad slave in front of all the other slaves and beat him and tortured him and murdered him. So it put fear and installed fear in the other slaves. So basically what I'm saying is just how you see Martin Luther King fight against all that and die for that. You see today his daughter holds up the secret society symbol, which is the diamond symbol. for the world to see. This is what all members must do that are part of the secret society. This is why you see even everyday average people are part of this organization. You don't have to be filthy rich. You don't have to have no major talent to be a part of these people organization. You don't have to have none of that. All you have to be willing to do is obey by their rules and give your soul. This is not a fact. I mean, this is not a conspiracy. This is facts. Once again, this is not conspiracy. This is facts. So every time you see something that you see on TV, you assume that the first thing, oh, that's conspiracy theory. I am the chief attorney officer of They Fear Truth Federal Government of America, the new American federal government, certified and legal, a federal agency. So I'm gonna tell y'all, and I'm gonna expose things to the American people that your U.S. government wouldn't dare tell you about. So I'm gonna expose it and teach it to y'all, and I'm gonna show y'all what's the difference and who these people are. All these years you thought that these people was for you, but the whole time you never seeing no change come. You know why you never seeing no change come? Because they was never really for you. This is why you don't see the change come. Because those that lead you never even they never even really push for change for you. They push for change to your eyesight. But they don't push for change to change your community, to change your environment, to change your living situation. And when I say they push for they push for change in front of your eyesight, meaning that it's just merely to make you think that's what they trying to do. And it's a bunch of them out here. It's a bunch of them out here. Was Martin really for us? You say, was Martin really for us? Martin, like I say, I wasn't back in that time. All I can go on is the actions that I see. Martin got a lot of things done. In the end, they killed Dr. Martin Luther King because he told the people that we was gonna go to Washington D.C. and we coming to get our checks. He say it's marching didn't get us nowhere. Being peaceful didn't get us nowhere. He say they was going to Washington D.C. to get their checks. And he said they was gonna occupy D.C. So this is what the people thought, your oppressors. Your oppressors say, well, okay, if this man led millions of people in a non-violent movement and these people followed him from all around the country to participate in this here, if he tell these people to let's rally and go to Washington to occupy Washington because he was tired of a non-violent movement, and he said the movement that he had been going in didn't get us nowhere. So yeah, he changed a lot of laws and he changed a lot of things, but when they seen he really came into contact, into mind that, hey man, this not getting no change for our people, they murdered him. When Martin Luther King made that speech that he was going to occupy Washington, they murdered him a couple of months after that. Why? Because they know the people was going to follow him. Remember what I just told you about the slaves from the beginning? What they did to the slave, the biggest and baddest slave in the beginning, they beat them and tortured them in front of all the other slaves, all the other slaves to bow down and lay down and obey them. When they killed Martin, what happened? See what I'm saying? My pop came right behind it there. But when they murdered my pop and they broke my pop organization, what happened? It wasn't nobody else to lead the people. Wasn't nobody else really truly from the heart to free the people. You see what I'm saying? So it all starts from the leader, man. You got to be careful of these leaders that you follow. And I'm going to speak of myself. They're just like I came in the game in 2017, in the revolution in 2017. I illustrated a government. I came in the game with our own federal government. Since I've been in the movement, we have formed our own Federal Reserve Bank. I came in with a mailing service. I came in with a tax service. I came in with a lot of different things for the people. This is how you know when you know real leaders and you know real teachers. If you see a person that's always just doing, they always on the camera scene, but they ain't never got no actions happen. They ain't never making nothing change. That's somebody that's not for you, the people. They are for themselves and their own propaganda. I'm gonna say that again. They are not for you, the people. They are for themselves and their own propaganda. Now, King did a lot of great things. So yeah, I believe that King was really for us. I believe that he was really for us. He just tried to go about it in a peaceful way for so long. Then by the time he realized that This ain't getting us nowhere. You see what I'm saying? And he switched to a different mode. When they seen him switch to that different mode, they murdered him because they was terrified of that mode, because that mode wasn't speaking marching. That mode wasn't speaking kumbaya. That mode was, we coming to get our checks. That was the name of his speech. We coming to Washington to get our checks. He say he tired of marching. So when you got Dr. Martin Luther King say he tired of marching, what that mean? Listen to his speech. Listen to what he was talking about in his speech. He was tired of marching because he seen it didn't get us nowhere. The only way for us to be free is to govern ourselves, to become independent. As long as we depend on them for oil, as long as we depend on them for gas, as long as we depend on them to ship our food in, as long as we depend on them to teach our kids, as long as we depend on them for whatever housing, guess what? We are forever going to be slaves. If we cannot provide for ourselves, we cannot be independent. I'm going to say that again. If we cannot provide for ourselves, we cannot be independent. And how do we start providing for ourselves? First, it starts with your leaders. No matter where your leaders at or who your leaders are, start with your leaders. Because your leader's job is to teach you things that you might not didn't know, or alert you to things that you might not would have been alerted to. That's the leader's job. The leader's job is to put the information out here, to put the structure out here. That is the leader's job. The leader's job is not to get fame and popularity and all those things. You know what I'm saying? For being on the leader job is to lead. Like me, y'all ain't never seen me on TV, but y'all see me everywhere else. Y'all see we achieving things that people hadn't achieved since they've been trying to do a revolution. Everything that you see that's happening today is biblical. I'm going to say that again. Everything that you see happen today is biblical, and your oppressors are playing their part in this biblical, historical movement. You got to play yours. Your oppressor doing what he's supposed to do. Your oppressor is Satan. That's who Satan uses. You see what I'm saying? Satan uses, this is why you call them oppressors, because they're oppressing you for Satan's agenda. Satan wants you in poverty. Satan wants you unhappy. Satan wants you discombobulated. Satan wants you unhealthy and all these things and uneducated. Satan wants these things for you. So your oppressor forces these things on you without you merely even knowing that these things are being forced upon you and taken away from you. And you're not even understanding. So Satan used your oppressors to oppress you from these things. He used your oppressor to oppress you from happiness, from joy, from peace. He'll use your oppressor to oppress you from having financial burdens. Your oppressor give you financial burdens. Why you think that he raised the cost of living up on you but never raised your minimum wage up? Something to think about, huh? I just want to put this here on y'all heart a little bit today. You know what I'm saying? I supposed to have been did this. Like I said, I wasn't gonna go too long into this right here. I just want to touch you in and let y'all know that, man, it's gonna be some new things, new changes. Y'all rock with they feel true federal government of America, man, with the newly formed new American federal government. We black on. I slipped into the Bible. I was supposed to slip into the Bible because it's all biblical. It's all biblical. Everything that you see happening today is biblical. Everything. The Bible speak of everything that was going to come to pass in the end time, but yet people still around here on this earth wondering what's happening when the instructions have already been given to you what to look for in the end times. But you steady looking to man to validate to you what you was already told and what you already knew. Now, what you believe is a different thing. Now, what you believe and what you believe in the actual facts of it won't change. So that means basically, if you don't believe in that there, you still can't deny the facts that you see of what's happening, of what was written. You can't deny it. Now you might deny and don't want to believe on who wrote it or how it got there, but you cannot deny the facts of what you see happening. What you see happening was written way before you or I was born, or way before anybody else was born. You cannot change those facts. But we still look to man for answers. We still look to man to save us. We still look to man to make us happy. We look to man to take care of us. We look to man for everything. When are we having time to look for God? I'm your host, Rico Dukes, the founder and attorney of They Feel True Federal Government of America, your new American federal government. Y'all can find us on Duns and Bradstreet, Federal Dun System. Just type up They Feel True Federal Government. You can find us in the yellow pages. We everywhere. You accepting applications. You, the Bible is not what I stand on. Not my ancestors' stories is where I see facts. Yeah, but your ancestors stood on something, right? Your ancestors didn't just stand on their spirit and their belief alone. Their belief had to come from somewhere, right? So where did they belief come from? What did they see? I never have been a type to I honor the ancestors, but that's not who I praise. I don't praise my ancestors. I honor them. I honor them for the sacrifices that they did to change things to try to have better for us. I don't pray to them though. I pray to God. I pray to Yahweh. I don't pray to my ancestors. Some people may pray to their ancestors. Rico Dukes do not. I honor my ancestors is what I do. So by me honoring my ancestors, I still keep up the fight that they was fighting and that they died for. I don't praise them because they cannot save. They cannot save you. They cannot save nobody. They couldn't save themselves. So I honor them for what they have done for us. I honor them wholeheartedly, which is why I stand and fight the way that I stand and fight, the way how the ancestors stood and fight, with the heart that they stood and fought with the knowledge that they stood and fought with. I don't praise them. I don't worship them. I worship and praise no one but God, Yahashua, Yahweh. That's the only spirit that I praise and worship. I worship no other spirit. I praise no other spirit. I don't knock those that do. I don't. I speak of the Bible so strongly because I was shot 9 times. It left 23 gunshot holes in me total. I died that night on that operating table. Before I died that night, I was laying on the porch waiting for the ambulance to arrive. I prayed to God, Yahashua. I didn't pray to me. I didn't pray to my ancestors. I prayed to God, Yahashua. And it's medical proof that's out. You see what I'm saying about how the bullet traveled to my heart and was this close away from my heart and just made a U-turn and disappeared. It's on physical x-ray. My surgeon broke down and cried. They had to bring him out the room because he told them that I was truly a miracle from God and I had a great job to do. He knew who he was in the presence of, but I didn't know. So I didn't pray to my ancestors to save. I prayed to God to save. I prayed to Yahashua. You say I honor my ancestors' Christianity. I'm not Christian. I don't honor religion. I don't honor religion. Religion is false. Christian, Muslim, Buddhism, Judaism, Hindu, all that is false. It's all false religion. The religion is false, but the God is real. Meaning when I say the God is real, Yahashua is real. When I say Satan is real, but the religion is false. The religion is the structure. Oh, I'm Christian. I'm Muslim. It's just like with Muslims. A lot of Muslims don't know that Allah is not the name of God. Allah is the Islamic word, how they say God. But if you ask Muslims what is God's name, they're going to tell you Allah. No, that is the Islamic name. That is the Islamic word for God. That is not God's name. So there's a lot of Muslims that's confused. They don't even understand that Allah is not God's name. That is the Islamic word for God. Just like we say God in English, in Islamic, they say Allah, meaning God. But what is his name? How many Muslims know his name? How many Christians know his name? How many Buddhists know his name? How many Judaisms know his name? How many? How many? So I can't worship ancestors who is just as confused as we is right here on earth. I gotta worship the one who not confused about anything. I gotta worship and praise him. But it's different. It's different when we get into it, because this is why the world is so messed up, because no one sees that it's biblical. No one you we believe what we believe. We see what we see. Okay. Now what we see, we really can't deny that, because we see that, right? We see that. What stops you from going to go kill somebody? Because you know in your heart, that that's something that you shouldn't do. You know you don't supposed to go kill nobody for nothing. You know you don't supposed to go rob nobody. You know you don't supposed to go and bat nobody in their face for nothing. You know this right here. So what stops that? It has to be a spirit. See, I gotta go into this now because you brought me into it there right now. Okay, it has to be a spirit that leads. Spirits can only operate through the physical body. I'm gonna say that again. Spirits can only operate through the physical body. I'll get back to you on that question right there. Let me say this up. Spirits can only operate through the physical body, no matter whether it's the good spirit or it's the evil spirit. It has to operate through the physical temple that has a heartbeat, that has a flesh, that has a soul. It has to operate through that. You see what I'm saying? So when you see people doing good deeds, they ain't just doing them good deeds just to do them good deeds. They doing them good deeds because it was a spiritual move that made them do them good deeds. It was a spirit that overcame them that made them do them good deeds. Just like when you see a person that go out here and commit all this evil, it was a spirit that came over them to make them go and do all that evil. See, God say anywhere where he's not at, it will be turmoil and chaos. I'm going to repeat that again. God said anywhere where he's not wanted and he's not it will be turmoil and chaos. What do you see happening all across the country? What have the country did? What have you, the people, did? You have done away with God. You have chose your ancestors over God. You have chose men over God. You have chose women over God. But you wonder why it's so much chaos and turmoil right here where you got to wake up to it. You wonder why. The God that I serve, I can't say you serve this God. I can say I serve this God. The God that I serve said that whatever he's not wanted and whatever he's not it will be chaos and turmoil. And I see so much chaos and turmoil right here in America and abroad. You said confusion is confusion. Confusion, why be confused about something that we all are supposed to know? It depends on what we all are supposed to know. I'm going to drop the link in the bio for anybody that want to join in and uh, talk. Hold on, let me put it in the bio for you. Damn, I got it. I had to go out of there. I had to go out of there to get the link. So I'm going to drop the link in the comment section for you if you want to get in and say what you want to say. It's in the chat section. Now, it's in the chat section. Now, where was I? But yeah, turmoil and chaos. This is why Bernice King, this is why you see her holding her diamond symbol. Where do you think this come from? You think that comes from the good spirit, or you think that come from the evil spirit. So why don't you see her fighting like her father fought? Why don't you see that? You don't see that because she have chose her side. And her side is to keep the people dumbfounded. Not teach the people nothing, but stay in the people eyesight without never giving them any valuable knowledge. Her father was just the opposite. He was in the people eyesight while giving you tons of valuable knowledge. Now you just come on the screen. Come on the
I'm
screen. Show your face.
back. I'm in the bed and I'm just sitting here chilling, listening to you. So I'm chilling,
See, I
but
suppose that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I wanted to speak on the subject at hand. Okay, so with the Bible, you believe wholeheartedly that's you stand on that Bible.
I stand on wholeheartedly that I know that man rewrote some of the Bible for his benefit and gain because I know that God told me. That's why he told you in Revolutions that anybody that add or take it away from this book shall be punished. So now your next question probably would be to ask me, how can you say it's true? Because God not gonna let a lie sink into you. He not gonna let if you truly his child, he not gonna let you believe a lie. No matter how much you might want to, he not gonna let you believe. He gonna let you know that it's deception. Now, if you're not intact with him, you're gonna believe it.
So if okay, so I get all that. I hear you, but if you're praying, you're a praying man, right? If you pray and don't show no effort and put what you praying for, you're not going to get no results.
True. That's true. That's so true. So why pray if you don't? Like I tell people, and I teach people all the time. Why
I'm
pray?
like this. I'm like
Why
this.
pray if you don't believe in what you're praying for? If you don't believe you're gonna receive what you're praying for, why are you praying?
So actually, whenever you're praying, you're meditating to yourself. So if you really want something to work and happen, you're going to have to get up and do it yourself. You just can't pray about it.
You gotta put actions behind. It's just like saying you want a job and you don't never put forward. You don't never fill out an application to get one. Then you must don't want a job. It's the
Okay,
same
so
thing with praying.
what
When
if
you
I
pray for something, you got to put forth works and actions and believe, even if you fail the first time, believe that what you prayed for gonna come in existence. It's like with me, I'm not gonna pray to my God about nothing that I feel like that I believe in my heart ain't gonna happen. Why am I asking for it if I don't believe it's gonna happen? That's the whole key
the
to
only
believe.
reason I believe it's going to happen is because I'm going to put the effort forward to make it happen. I'm not just going to stand on praying about it. I'm going to put effort into it. I'm not just going to stand on that.
Okay, so let me ask you this here. How many times in your life have you put forth effort to achieve something and you didn't achieve it? No matter how hard you try. Don't say you ain't never put forth a effort and you achieved everything.
Matter of fact,
That'll be a
I
lie.
that's true. That is not that is the truth. I went to school and I failed the first time, but I put in the effort. I didn't pray to no man. I didn't pray to nobody but myself and gave myself that extra push to finish school,
Okay.
nursing school, not high school, nursing school.
Okay. So let
I
me ask
did.
you.
I can't put that on nobody else. I did that.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you something. I'm gonna ask you something very knowledgeable, right? You don't create your own air, do it? The air that you breathe into your nose that keeps you alive. You don't create that, do it?
I
You
do
don't know
not.
how it's. You don't know how it's. You can't even see it,
Do
but
you
you
know how
believe. You believe when you do this here
I'm going to
that you're gonna
breathe
be
in?
able to inhale exactly, but you can't see
Because
it though, right?
my body works on its own to breathe in that air. I don't need to think about that.
Okay, so what I'm saying is
pray
how
about.
can so what I'm basically saying is the same person that I pray, well, not the person, the same spiritual entity that I pray for is the same one that control that oxygen.
How do you know who controls it?
Because I go on my belief. Everybody's belief is different, and
Okay,
that's
so
why.
if
Do
I
you know
told
why
you,
do you know
if
why
I
the world is in chaos and turmoil? Because a lot of people have different perceptions. Like it's like seeing the sun. It's like seeing the sun out there, but then you got a different perception on why the sun out there, right?
so that could be
Everybody
the same.
got it. So that's what I'm saying. But can't nobody deny the fact that their sun is out there. Can't nobody
Exactly.
deny the fact that their sun is hot. But everybody got different perceptions on what the sun is really there for. Who
So
created the sun? But can't nobody deny the fact of it. So the belief comes in, and the belief lets me know that if I see Satan oppressors working for him and they still have not achieved the things that they are trying to achieve, like, okay, make an example. I believe in God because I was shot 9 times. I didn't pray to man. I didn't pray to no answers. I prayed to God. Why? Because at that point in time, couldn't no man save.
but do you believe
Before I even prayed, God had
can
already
you
saved me.
can you believe that you healed yourself? Your body heals yourself.
You say what now?
Your body heals yourself.
Yeah, technically, when you get shot, you don't have they did surgery on me to stop to sew my diaphragm up, but what was supposed to kill me disappeared. It's on the X-ray. Bullet going to my heart. My surgeon said with no bones, no nothing to make this bullet ricochet and go into a different direction. The bullet was going to my heart. It got this close to my heart and made a U-turn. I'm talking about all this is clearly seen on the X-ray. It made a U-turn and disappeared. So I ain't got no other choice but to believe in God. You see what I'm
So
saying? I know who
you
I prayed to.
was
I know who
out for
spoke to me and
force.
calmed me down that day. It wasn't my ancestors. If my ancestors could save me or save anyone else, that means they could have saved themselves, right?
Exactly. So
So
why do you?
therefore they could so
That's
therefore if they couldn't save themselves, how can they
that's
save you? Or how can they
that's
save anyone else?
that's why I question God, because I done been through hell and hot water my whole life, and I question Him. Why would you send an innocent person through shit?
Let me ask you this here. Okay, since you said that, is it that you feel that you are better than his son that he gave? Look what he sent us. Now, regardless of whether you hold on, regardless of whether you believe that, if you believe that story or not, what I'm saying is, do you
So
feel if he sent his son through this here, why do you think you ain't gonna go through that? You think you better?
I don't believe that He sent His Son. I don't believe that.
Okay, no, I didn't say whether you believe it. I say the story that what he sent his son through for to save our sins.
That
Okay,
all
now,
sounds good.
no, what I'm saying is, if he sent his son through that there, why do you think we go through shit?
I mean, that story sounds good, but who's to
But
say
it
that's
makes
true?
sense though. If we go through all this hell,
You're saying
it
this
describes he went his son went through the same thing we went through. What we go through right now. We go through beatings, we go
Bible.
through murders, we go through killings, we go through wrongful incarceration, we go through kidnapping of our kids, murdering our kids, we go through this is what they did to some. We go through beat all this, and this is what they did to him. But we wonder why we go through. He's told us if the world hated you, just remember it hated me first. So that clearly lets me know that this is why we are hated, because we are clearly his image. We not hated because we black. We not hated because we athletic. We not hated because we cute. We hated strictly because we are God's image.
But we're
This
not the
is
only
why the
ones.
oppressor hate us.
We're
This
not
is
the only
why
ones
this
in
is why
God's
they
image.
beat and tortured us in slavery. Why do you think they beat it and all these other races out here? Why did they just pick our race to beat us and torture us and kill us like this? Why? For all these years? Just because we black? Come on now. I know you're more smarter than that. I know the people smarter than that.
But I
So you
got a
actually think these people committed all these things to us for all these hundreds of years just because we black?
but at the end of the day, we all bleed the same color.
But what I'm saying is one is chosen and one is not. So the question was, do you actually think that these people oppress us and beat us and murder us like this because we are just black?
I can tell you the reason why. You want me to
Flow
tell
yours.
you honestly tell
The
you?
flow yours.
Okay. The reason why that we were oppressed because we, as beautiful black people, can walk outside naked as a jailbird. And we gonna get the most hate because we can stay in the sun. We can get the most hate because we can stay in nature the most.
The question was, do you think we were beat and tortured and murdered and wrongfully convicted and all these evil, cruel things just because we black?
Yep.
So just because we black, we are the smartest, but we're the most low budgeted race on the planet. So they could have picked any other race with more material things than we had, right?
They chose
Why did they choose us? Either they felt like we was the bottom of the scum of the earth, or they knew and felt like we was superior and they needed to
their
break us.
they threat. They feel threatened.
Okay, so why did they feel threatened? If we ain't got nothing, if we ain't got nothing, we ain't never had nothing, we ain't never
Strong,
been about nothing, why did they feel threatened?
stronger.
So why was we stronger? How was we stronger? We ain't had none. Were you saying stronger physical body wise, or I mean, be more?
We was
Because you got people, we got people looking. So I'm listening and looking. So I want you to break down what you're trying to say.
because we was built like that. We was built to be strong.
Okay, who built us? Our ancestors did. Who built us?
Your mother and your father made you.
Who built them?
Their mother and their father.
And who built them? You go all the way back to the beginning of time. Somebody
Father.
had to create the first human, right?
So where did it come from? That's what I'm asking you.
I gave that answer.
That's not.
My answer is God Yahweh. That's not your answer.
It's
So
hard for me.
you,
It's
so you
hard
see
for
what
me
I'm saying? That's the difference of perceptions. That's like
because
I
at
said,
the day, there's no
huh?
fact
You
besides
say
that
what
Bible.
now?
There's no facts. Give me a fact that Jesus was born the way he was born, and I'll shut the fuck up.
Give me a fact that the ancestors was here like they say.
Give you a fact that what?
Give me a fact that the ancestors from back from 1500 um was here.
Because it's history written. It's not even written. It's carved. It's our history. It's
I'm gonna give you the facts. The sun, the
art.
stars, the moon, the water. I'm gonna give you an even greater fact. Your blood that run through your body that they have never been able to figure out how it is created. Those are enough facts for me alone. I don't need no other facts. I see the sun every day. I see the stars, the moon every day. I breathe in air every day. It had to come from somebody that loves us. It had to come from somebody that cares something about us. Because
But we don't know where we don't
all
know
my
where it's
knowledge, all my knowledge leads me to see that Satan creates destruction and turmoil and diseases and sickness and So evidently he ain't created this shit that keep me strong and alive. That's just my perception. Now, what your perception may be something totally different.
I respect it, but that's
You
just
see what
not
I'm
my.
saying? So I don't. That's what I believe in. I believe in that part. I don't believe in stones because I see stones today that look just like stones from back in these ancestor times.
And that's how we know that they was here.
So no, what I'm saying is I see stones today that was made just like back in the ancestor time. So back in the ancestor time, now it's clear that who are the ancestors though? That when because I ask people this all the time, who are the ancestors that people speak of when they speak of that? When y'all say them ancestors, y'all don't even know who made them stones. Y'all just know that they was found in Egypt, but they found all across the world. Mexico, Japan, China, they found everywhere.
Somebody's people made that stuff.
But who? You
All
don't know.
point to.
You don't know. You don't know. You don't know who made it. But the question, the point is, just as like you saying about God, you don't know this here. You don't know that about them,
That's what I'm
right?
saying. We don't know nothing. We just a whole bunch of confused motherfuckers.
So I just believe in things that man can't. Why I call it it's stone being made today, just like the stone that was then. So I just believe in what man can't make. That's the one that I believe in. So I believe in the one who created the sun, the one who created the stars, the one who created the moon, the one who created the water, the one who created the blood that flows through our body, the one who created our temple, period. See, what we got to understand is our mama and daddy didn't make us. You didn't
Yeah,
make
they
your
did.
child. You merely just carried.
I did.
I'm gonna break that down.
Yeah,
I'm gonna break that
yeah, I
down.
did.
Your mama and
Yes, I
daddy,
did.
your mama and daddy didn't make your mama and daddy didn't listen. Your mama and daddy didn't make you because if that was the case, then it would be a lot of babies that was made. How many men can't have babies? How many women can't have babies? Not nothing because something medically happened to them. They just can't have them. Period, for whatever reason that it may be. So then you have
They
people
weren't.
that can make. Then you have people that can make kids, but those that can make
I
kids, we not making these kids. God already
made
had
six.
certain amount of lives in the man. You see what I'm saying?
Brought
So
six.
that's just like I say, woman don't make babies.
I
Women carry.
brought six a world. I brought
Huh?
6 kids. I brought 6 kids in this world.
Yeah. You carried 6 kids into the world, but you didn't create them though.
Brought 6 kids that they came out of my
You did
stuff.
not create
Brought
them though.
this world. I
You didn't
carried them.
create them.
They nurtured from me. I created
Mhm.
them
You
from
didn't
my
create them.
from
If you
another
want to
person.
know, if you, I'm gonna give you medically proven. Since you go by medical stuff, I'm gonna give you medical scientific facts right now. Medical
Okay.
scientific facts say that the sperm of life lies within the man. So when we ejaculate into y'all, we put this life inside y'all that grow.
That's what I'm saying.
So
I'm not
hold on. Without that seed
saying
of
that.
life, without that seed of life, you can't create nothing, right?
I'm not saying that
Without
I can create with a
without
man.
that so this is what I'm saying. Without that fertilization of that egg being of that semen being inside your egg, we can't create nothing. So we need that woman, and that woman need us. So therefore,
Okay.
we are not creating nothing because what did that
So
life come from in us?
we did create. Me and my kid's father created this being and brought this
Where did
being
the life come from inside your kid's father? A
from the
spirit
semen.
had to put that life inside of that man for y'all to be able to push these kids out.
It was
So
his
where did that
semen.
life come from inside of your kid's father nutsack? Where did that life come from? It didn't
It
come
was
from his. It didn't come from his grandmama. It didn't come from his ancestors. Where did that life come from? That life had to
it
start.
generated
That
in his body, but all of this came from his ancestors. All of that came from his ancestors. I don't know what you talking about.
okay, I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you that one right there. But what I'm saying is that whether no matter how much we don't want to accept, no matter how, that's why God tell us your thoughts are not my thoughts. So we trying to figure God out when how can we figure him out? We can't even figure out ourselves.
I'm not trying to figure out God. I'm trying to figure out me, baby, to make me better. I'm not trying to figure out that because I done figured it out. I like it's no outside figure that's going to help me make my life better. There's no outside force going to help me do
You think
anything,
the
and
ancestors help you?
I don't take them steps to
So
better
you
my.
you just said that you don't ask no outside force to help you. You believe in
No,
the ancestors, right? So that's an outside force, right?
no, I'm praying to myself whenever I make stuff happen. I'm
That's not
meditating.
what you said in the comment.
I'm meditating.
That's
Well,
not what you
now
said.
you
Now
talking
that's
to me.
not. I'm just going by your comments and what you posted in the comments. So that's not what you said in the comment. So
Now
in
you
your
talking to me.
comments, it was basically for those of y'all that can't see the comments. It was basically that you were saying that you know it's the ancestors. So you just, but now you just said that you don't go to out of source. Ancestors are out of
I don't.
source. If they not right here where you
I
can,
don't
if they not
talk
right here where you
about.
can physically see them and hear them like me and you. I
No, I
can't
don't
see
go
your
to
face right now because your screen black. But I'm just saying, like me and you sitting up here talking and
top force is what I'm telling you. I don't pray to no ancestors. I don't. I pray to myself. Is what I'm saying. I use my ancestors as a guide.
okay, use them as a guide. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I don't. I use God as my guide because I see that me believing in God than believing in my ancestors, me believing in God work better for me. That's all I'm saying.
And
Now,
that's.
what might work better for you? I
Mhm.
mean, hey, whatever works better for you, work better for you. But I'm saying spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, everything. I go to God. You know what I'm
I
saying? Because he
me
ain't never
too.
like. I'm gonna use me for an example. Like I said, I was shot 9 times. I survived all. Survived things that people never thought I survived. I'm achieving things that people never dreamed and thought that could be achieved. Who would have ever thought that a federal government could be formed? No one has ever done that but me.
And I salute you, brother.
So I ain't going on the
That's
guide of my
I
ancestors.
want
I
to.
went off the guide. I
I
went
want
off the guide of God because my ancestors ain't never led me to that.
you're talking about, but you don't feel like you feel following in your dad's footsteps on what
I
he was
mean,
trying to do?
I do, but before I don't feel like I'm following in my father's footsteps. I feel like I'm following in God's footsteps, the path that God gave me, because I started the journey in 2016. I didn't find out he was my pop to 2021.
But how do you know that he wasn't guiding you into that field?
How how do I know he wasn't guiding me in that? That could it, I mean it could be. I mean, I never said that it didn't exist. I just said that those are
Yeah.
not the ones that I praise. Those are not the ones that
I'm gonna tell you.
when I pray to God. So I
I'm gonna,
mean, it could have been him guiding me. I mean, I'd have been asked that a couple of times, like, how do you know that was God you heard talking and this and that? Because I believe it was God because I know no man has that control.
he
I know
does.
no man. I know no man has. If man had control over life, it wouldn't be a dead person that was dead right now.
Baby, let me tell you something. Baby, your ancestors, baby.
Listen,
Let me tell you something.
if they controlled that, it wouldn't be no one dead now. If they controlled
I'm
that,
gonna,
then they would come back themselves.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna leave it alone. I grew up in the system, foster child, didn't know parents, didn't. I didn't truly find myself until I found my real family. So family is really important.
That's true. That's true. That's true. But it still don't
I
change the
didn't know
fact though.
one thing about my ancestors, and I felt like they were there with me all throughout my childhood. Wasn't nobody else there with me, but them?
The reason why I look at it like this because I know the ancestors didn't create the sun. The ancestors didn't create the moon. The ancestors didn't create the stars. The ancestors didn't create the water. They died trying to wonder and find out the same thing we still trying to figure out. How was it created? So
Exactly.
that lets me know that they are
I
not the
never.
ultimate source. That lets me know that they are not the ultimate source. So I want to serve the ultimate source. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like I say, I don't knock nobody for they belief or they praising the ancestors. Like I say, I honor the ancestors. I just don't praise. I don't praise. Not even my pop. And my pop was in my eyes like one of the greatest. I don't even praise him. I honor him. I praise and honor
Yeah.
nobody but God.
Yes. I feel like your father had a lot to do with you walking in your footsteps, though. I feel
Well,
like that.
we all entitled to our own opinion.
Can I tell you something else, and then I'm gonna leave it alone?
Yeah,
Try and getting in touch with like that inner. I don't know how to say it, but I believe your ancestors is with you.
they may be. They may be. I'm not saying that they not. I'm just saying that they ain't who I praise. Even if they are with me, that ain't who I'm praising. I'm praising God. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that they not with us. I'm just saying that I honor them. I don't praise them.
Honor
So
them.
if honor them means that I still keep alive what they died fighting for.
Mhm.
That don't mean that I praise them. Praise
But
mean that I worship that. I worship this person. I worship no one but God. I don't even worship Huey P. Duda. That was my pop. I never got a chance to know him, but I love what he stood for, and I see that we two peas in a pot, but I don't worship him. I don't praise him. I honor him and highly respect what he did for our people. So I keep that
exactly.
alive. But I
I
praise and
feel,
honor nobody but God.
I feel you.
Because reason why I don't praise nobody but God, because just like he couldn't stop the 3 shots to the head, I couldn't stop them 9 shots to my body. My ancestors couldn't stop them. You see what I'm
Could
saying? So
even
I
God
can't.
have stopped that? I mean, he could have stopped that if he was
He
the
did.
all
He
God.
did stop. He did stop it. He
He could
stopped
have
the
stopped
one. He stopped the one that could have ended my whole life. He stopped the main
all
one.
all of them could have ended your life.
Yeah, but I'm saying it was only one. I'm speaking medically wise. It was only one that was a threat, and that was the one that was going to my heart. I had 23 shots in me, and not none of them hit no vital
You could
organ.
have
One
like
was
you could
attempted to hit a one attempted to hit a vital organ, which was my heart, but it made a U-turn and disappeared. And they had me cut open, and they couldn't find this bullet in my chest. And I got X-rays after X-rays after X-rays, and that bullet wasn't in my chest. Where did it go to? The ancestor took it out.
mm,
you know, I mean, I speak realistic. You know what I'm saying? And I know sometimes some people get it confused what I be saying and what I be speaking. I just be speaking real from my life and point of view. I don't speak from other people's point of view. I speak from my life and my point of view on why I believe and why I operate like I operate. You see what I'm saying? I don't speak from your operation and what you believe. That's solely upon you. You can't save me. I can't save you.
no,
In the end, everybody will see who was right and who was wrong.
he was right and
That's
was
all I
wrong.
can tell people. All I can tell people is you believe what you believe. That ain't gonna change my belief. And
Exactly.
in the end of it all, hey, we'll see whether people that believe like me was right or we was wrong. But my belief is that people that believe like me, we right. Your
So
belief is
you
that people that believe like you is right.
you you want to bet your life on it?
I already bet my life on it. Why you think I walk like I walk? Why you think I done achieved what I done achieved?
All right.
The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in
I,
the fact.
I feel you, brother.
so so you gotta now my life already on the line. Now how much are you willing to bet if your life on the line? Mine's already out there.
I'm ready to put it on. I'm ready. I don't know. I don't know because I make some good
See what I'm saying?
affirmations.
You see, listen to what you just say. Listen to what you. I don't know. I don't know. See now you
I
question,
make
but see the
some good
God. Now hold on.
statements.
Let me go back. I gotta say this. And let me go back to this
I
God thing.
make, I make
Now
some good
you see,
affirmations. Now. I
you
make
you
some good affirmations. It's hard.
you see. Look, you see the different energy and different vibration level that the two of us have. When I just
Yeah,
asked you that question, you say, I gotta see, I gotta see. I never questioned that. And look what I achieved.
I feel you.
You see what I'm
But
saying? So that's what I mean when I say
I'm
I go by what I can't see. You see what I'm saying? Because it got to be a hell of a source that lead a person. How you think electricity was created? Who in the right mind had how the hell did they figure out that electricity we could have lights? What was
yeah,
leading them? This ain't
I
something that just popped into their head. Some kind of spirit entity had to lead them and implant this knowledge in their head. Remember when I told you from the first start of the thing? The good spirit or the evil spirit can only work through the physical flesh, breathing, living body. So whatever implanted that thought in the person's head and tell Alexander Graham Bell and all the people with the light bulbs, electricity, whatever entity, spiritual entity implanted that thought in their head, it was a spiritual entity that did it. Now, what spiritual entity it was, who knows? So that's all I'm saying. See, people believe in what you can see. It's hard to believe in what you can't see, but everybody believe in oxygen, air. You can't see it, you can't taste it, you can't smell it, but God damn it, you believe it's there. Why do you
I know.
believe it's there? You don't
I
even believe
know
in who created it.
it's believe it. I know it's there
Okay, so why do you believe that it's there? How do you know it's there if you can't?
because my body
How
is
you know
telling
you
me it's
ain't?
there.
How you know you ain't breathing in toxic that's designed to kill your body alone at a certain time, right?
I
It's
am
the same
because
question
of
that
all this
it's,
carbon
it's the same question that y'all have
monoxide.
about God.
It's the same carbon monoxide and all these old poisons we inhale, and it's not no clean air. Nah,
So what I'm saying, the question was, how do you know that what you breathing is not already designed to kill your body at a certain age, at a certain time limit? Like, okay, well, this air, you're gonna breathe this air for 47 years, 52 years, then you're gonna die.
it's
How,
gonna
how,
kill
how
me.
do you know that? So it's the same, just like people, and this is how I teach people.
Just like the
Just
food.
well as how you would just ask some questions about God, I can ask you questions about the air that you breathe every day. You'll never be able to give me an answer on it. So people be asking people about God when none of us has seen God. None of us know if he exists or not. The only thing you have is your belief. If you believe, say that you can possess the powers that he told you you can possess if you believe in him. If you don't believe in him, then you should not wonder why so much chaos and turmoil might overcome your life and you can't never seem to achieve it. We got to have protection from this evil force because it's an evil force out here. It's an evil force out here. Whether we want to accept it or whether we don't want to accept it, we can't deny the fact that it's an evil force in presence somewhere.
Everywhere.
Exactly. So we can't deny that fact. So if we know the evil forces out here because we see it playing out through the physical flesh body, how
That
can we
also
stop
have
this
the
evil?
you also have a lot of
You know
positive people. You know,
yeah, you do. But it's more negative people than it is positive. If it was more positive people than it was negative, we'll have a different outcome on the planet
yeah,
right now.
you're right.
We'll have a different outcome just in our community. We'll be able to love each other and become independent towards one another. We can't even become independent with each other, let alone come dependent on God. We can't even depend on our brother we see right next door to us. We talk
I
about
sure
him.
can't.
We talk about him. We diss it, but we might not. I'm just using this for example. We might not even know that person. The person might just don't look up to our parts, so we don't like that person. But that person might have 30 times more than what we ever had. But we don't like that person because we won't even speak to that person because how they not up to our part. They don't wear our hair, they don't wear their hair the way we do. They don't talk how we talk. You see what I'm saying? So we don't even pay attention to that person. Why? Because we stuck on physical.
Let me ask you something. Why are we hated so much?
Because we are God's image.
We're God's image.
Yes. And Satan knows that we are God's chosen people. See,
Why does it have
this,
to be a
this
chosen person? Why we all can't go to heaven?
you know, I mean, I'm not God. You got to ask him that. You remember that goes back to what I just said about people want to try to understand God and ask questions about God when they can't even understand themselves. So we look
So,
for man. We look for man to answer questions only God can answer.
but he's not answering them, so that's why I'm asking you.
If he's not answering them, maybe you may need to tune in to your level of frequency with him. Maybe it's he answering. Maybe it's just you don't know that it's him answering. He said, only my children will know my voice in the end time. You won't know
Well,
truth
I'm a
from a lie. You won't know a lie from the truth unless he leads you. So now, if you can't hear his voice in these times, you might need to check yourself.
I'm the
Might need to
devil.
check your radar.
I'm I'm the
I
devil.
hear, I hear him loud and clear. So I mean, I can't speak on why you don't hear him. I can only speak on me. I hear him loud and clearly, and I move the way he tell me to move, according to how. And people see the difference on my results and my reward. Now, if you can't hear him or somebody else can't hear him, I ain't got nothing to do with it. You got to check yourself. So if you can't hear God, you just and clearly you can't hear him because you say he's not talking right now. So maybe you need to align yourself with him so you can hear him. It's hard to hear him when you 40 miles away from him. It's hard to hear him when you don't know his voice. It's hard to hear him when you don't believe in him. How can you hear him when you don't believe in him? You done
Well,
said
they
this
can.
clearly. Now, I'm asking you this here. You done said this clearly on the show. How can you hear him when you don't believe in him? How do you hear him?
I'm not trying to hear him. I'm trying to.
You just
I'm
said
not.
that he's not, you just say he's not answering. So
I'm
that means
telling
you
you.
must have asked him a question. You must have
I'm,
asked him a question. You feel like he ain't answering. He ain't answered you. So, but you said you don't believe in him. So how can you hear him answer you if you don't believe in him? So why would
whenever
he
I
answer somebody that don't? That's just
did,
like you telling somebody that don't believe in what you're trying to achieve. Why would you tell them about it when they don't even believe in what you try? You just gonna show them once you achieve it, right? So you don't think God see it the same way? Why are you asking me for something when you don't believe in me? Go ask your ancestors. That's what you believe in. So
well,
he don't answer.
whenever I did believe in him, he a lot of times I still.
You believed in him as long as things was going good, but when things started going bad, you lost faith. You lost belief because you feel like that. Well, how can a person be that third God? We don't supposed to go through these things. Do you know what the chosen people of God is? That means when you are God's chosen people, that means we endure the pain that He endured.
Did you know that
This is why. This is why. Ask yourself
everybody,
this here. Ask yourself this here. No, His chosen people go through this right here. We are the chosen people.
everybody,
This is why we are so athletic. This is why we excel in anything that we do. This is why we achieve everything that we set out to do when we really try to do it. This is why the sports industry, we run it for its talent wise. The music industry, we run it for its, well, these days, I don't know what the fuck that is. But anyway, we run it. You see what I'm saying? Why you think? I mean, the first open heart surgery was a black man. The first stop sign that was created was a black man. You see what I'm saying? because we are his chosen people. So when we are his chosen people, we endure everything that he did. We have his powers that we have, and we believe like he believed. We have access to everything. We stopped at there. So that's why I asked you at the beginning, why do you think that they hate us? You think they hate us because we black? We
Yeah.
ain't got nothing. We ain't got nothing
We ain't,
physically.
and
We
they
ain't got
still.
nothing physically, but we are kings and queens. And they know this right here. But if you keep oppression on generations of royalty and generations of leaders, if you keep oppression on them, guess what? They will soon doubt themselves. And that's what I see my people doing. You doubt yourself, so you're going to doubt God because you feel like God wouldn't allow you to go through that.
I
So,
feel
but you
like
wonder, so you
peace.
want people wonder why that they can never possess the power and achieve the things. It starts from your belief. If you believe in nothing, you receive nothing.
So you think I'm nothing because I don't believe?
I didn't say that. I say if you believe in nothing, you receive nothing. I didn't say you were nothing. I say
I have,
receive.
I don't believe.
But let me see how I can put it. When I say people tend to think material things is what's belief. That's
Mm-mm.
not belief.
No, I'm not money. Why? I'm
A
not
car,
money.
a car, a car, a house, or your clothes, or money, or what? That's material. Anybody can get that if they got the right amount of money.
Exactly. What I'm
So,
trying is
so
within.
it's
I'm trying to.
exactly what I'm saying. Can't nobody
So
give you that for God. You can't give yourself peace. You
I
gotta.
can't tell peace. How in the hell am I going to go to an outside source for peace whenever I know is what makes me happy? I know what makes me peaceful. I know if I need to
What makes you
cut,
happy?
going to work, being with my kids, just normal
All
stuff.
material things is what you just named.
It's my
Even
kids.
even those are material. Me, you, we are material. Why? Because this what you see right here, this gonna die.
I know it's going to die.
So what makes you happy other than material?
What
You
makes
said
me
going to work, your kids. So work is material. That's a
is just
material play. Okay. Kids,
back and
they
relaxing.
all that is material. Okay. What makes you happy inner wise, not material wise?
What makes me happy? Shit, it's a lot of stuff material that like I just love sitting in the dark, chilling. That's something that makes me happy, and that's not materialistic.
Okay. That's one that's not material. Okay.
I could do a lot of stuff without having a phone. I could do a lot of stuff. I don't need material things.
Hmm. Okay. So
What makes me
you name two material, one not material.
when I'm happy?
So if we had to vote on it there, the majority will win. So the material side will win. Right? So basically you keep yourself happy with
I just
material
love
things.
to give
I keep
all
myself happy. I keep myself happy with spiritual things, and the material things just come about. You see what I'm saying? I focus on the things that I can't see because the things that I see that every day. I already know what it takes to get that. Take money. Anybody know how to get money. You got to do nothing go out and work, hustle, whatever it is. Everybody know how to get money.
and everybody don't know how to get money.
Everybody know how to get money. Some people might not just don't want to get it, but everybody know how to. Everybody know if you want to go and get some money, you can go to work or you can sell dope. You can. Everybody know how to get money. People may not
Everybody
just want
can
to
get
get. I don't know not one person that don't know how to go and make some money. I ain't not even a 16-year-old child. If they say, hey, let them hold some money or send them some money, they know how to get some money some kind of way. Everybody know how to make money. Everybody know how to get some money. Everybody might not want to put in the same work to get money what other people have, but everybody know how to get some ends meet. Everybody know how to do that. If you're old enough in age, you know how to make some money some kind of way. I see school kids that go out and sell candy in their school. They even know how to make money. Everybody know how to make some money. So this was wrong with the world. The world looked for material things to keep them happy. And material things will never keep you happy. It'll only keep you happy for a short period of time. Now, guess what? In order to keep that happiness, you gotta have that money steady rolling in, don't it? What about when that money go fucked up? When the job go messed up and you sick on the job, now you're stressing how you gonna pay your rent, how you gonna pay your bills, how you gonna do this. You're stressing now.
So how can I get to a point where I'm not like that?
I'm gonna put it like this. When I was homeless, when just last year, the beginning of last year, well now the end of 20, end of 20. I was just homeless when they froze my accounts and all this right here. Labeled me deceased in the system, everything. All right. I still had this same peace and joy. And I was living in a homeless shelter. I'm talking about this out to the public and newspapers and everything. I still had this same peace and same joy. When people seen me, I'm talking about it. I'm in the Dallas Morning News. You know what I'm saying? At this point in time, I wasn't at the shelter no more. I was just coming through the shelter. And people that had remembered me from the shelter, I'm talking about came and greeted me because I gave them so much energy and peace. And they used to wonder, man, you got to be a man of God. Man, every time we see you, you ain't never mad. You ain't never upset, bro. You always giving people hurt. That's why. But I'm at the bottom of the barrel. But people looking for me for strength. And I'm in the same place they. That's what I see. That's what I want. The people that was out there giving them food, giving them clothes, couldn't give them the strength and the hope that I was giving. And I was merely giving them strength and hope because they seen me happy and they knew that, damn, if this man at the bottom of the barrel, he ain't complaining. Because I know God sent us through things for a reason, man. And all we got to do, and by the time we come out of it, we going to understand why he allowed us to go through that. Now, we one of them people that's going to always bicker, why you put me through this here? Why you put me through that? You'll never figure it out because you too busy crying and bickering. You feel like you too good to go through that.
I done figured out a whole lot of stuff without
Not you.
God.
I'm not speaking about you. I'm just speaking in general. I'm not speaking like directly towards you. I'm just speaking, and I'm speaking to you, but not about you. I'm just speaking in general when I speak like that. You know, so who can be homeless at the bottom of the barrel and still have pride and joy like they still had all their material things?
An elevated person.
Still wasn't afraid to go out and talk to people and speak and do the things that I was doing. I was in a homeless shelter, still doing the things that I was doing.
Elevation.
Exactly. So it all starts from you. If it take material things to keep you happy, you need to search deeper for inner peace. That's what you or anybody. So that's what you know when you intact with God. Can you be at your lowest point in life and still find joy and happiness and peace at your lowest point?
Done
If you
been there.
can't, if you can't, you're not intact with the Most High.
I done been there.
I'm not saying you haven't been there. I'm just saying this for anybody. This for anyone. This for anyone.
Like if
This
I
this for
told
anyone.
Like if I really just sat and had the time to tell you a story, you would be like, dang,
Well, you know, catch me on
everybody.
you know, catch me on the next live, and you know what I'm saying, and I'll let you tell you, or get at me, and you know what I'm saying, send me your information, and I dedicate a show directly to you. It'll be you telling your people the side of what you know about your life experience or whatever. You know, it's an open show with They Feel Truth TV. But if you do it like that, there you're gonna have to show the people your face. So you're gonna have to have your wig on, your makeup on, your eyelashes, whatever it is you need to have. You know
They
how
make
y'all women do things, man. You know how y'all women do things. Y'all put them wigs on and eyelashes. You know how y'all do it, man. Come on
uh-uh. Nah,
now. Huh?
nah, nah. Nah, brother. I'm in tune with myself. I rock my real hair. I
Okay,
don't.
well, I'm just, I'm being fun and having fun, but at the
Okay.
same time, I'm just saying whatever it takes for you to prepare yourself. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to do, I dedicate a whole show to you. I give you an hour, hour and a half to tell, and I just ask you questions about what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? So the people are here listening this and that because this is what They Feel Truth TV about. We want to get real stories out. We want to get real people out, people that hadn't been heard. People ain't had a chance to get their stories out and tell their things to the people. You know what I'm saying? This is what They Feel Truth TV.
I get you. I
So
salute you, brother.
to the next show, you can find me on Facebook, Rico Dukes, on Facebook. Y'all be sure to check out They Feel Truth Federal Government. If y'all want employment with They Feel Truth Federal Government, contact me. Um, my email is theyfeeltruth@gmail.com, or you can go to our website or go to my Facebook page. That'll be the quickest way to get in touch with me. Just
What
go
town
to my
you
Facebook
located?
Messenger. Huh?
What town you located in?
You say, where am I located?
Hmm.
Is that what you asked me?
Yes, sir.
Dallas, Texas.
Oh, okay.
Our agency is located in Dallas, Texas. You can get in touch with me, and I get you your application and your employment contract. Once you sign your employment contract, you will receive an email from They Feel Truth Federal Government of America Homeland Security E-Verification Database. You will be required to take a test. Test you will have to make 70% on before you are allowed access to our database system. This database system gives you access to Homeland Security, many other agents. You'll be able to run people names, all this, everything that you need to do with an agent, you'll be able to do. Once again, that's They Feel Truth Fed Gov. You can find us on Duns and Bradstreet. You can find us in Yelp. You can just type us up. We got it's our own Google Knowledge panel. I'm your host for They Feel Truth TV, your attorney for They Feel Truth Federal Government of America, and the chief officer of They Feel Truth Federal Government of America. And I'm also the CEO and president of They Feel Truth Federal Reserve Bank. Be sure to open up your business bank account with us. They Feel Truth Federal Reserve Bank, TFTFRB.org. That's TFTFRB.org. Peace.